What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is October the 18th. Happy Friday, everyone. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing today. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points, not a lot coming out today. So today's going to be more of a technical driven day, as well as the market trying to digest the companies unveiling their earnings and obviously what is to come next week. So that's going to be more of the driving factor. Currently, you see the futures very green. NASDAQ up 0.56, S&P up 0.31, and Dow is down 0.13%. But Fear and Greed Index is recovering from yesterday and the day prior's dip. So yeah, people's appetite for risk is on the table, and that's somewhat resemblant based on what I will be talking on. But without further ado, let's get right to it. SOFI is up slightly, just piggybacking off the broader market. No news, no SEC filing, so it looks like they've kind of exhausted their news, but nothing wrong with that. Essentially, now the next big thing to really look forward to is basically like 10 days away for the most part, and that is their earnings. So today, with it being Friday, you should see shorts relatively active. So 16.37% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 171.24 million shares. The reason why they will be active is because of this. So looking at the open interest for the options, there is 31,000 in open interest at that $10 strike price. So shorts / market makers have a financial interest in kind of keeping SOFI below $10. So you might see a little bit of struggling there, but SOFI has beaten shorts, if that makes sense, in the past. So something to just keep in mind. But aside from that, though, right now with it at $9.89, it is trading between these 2 points. So the S2 and this S1. So $9.83 will be a strong support, and then $9.93 and then $10.09 will be the following kind of resistance levels. And like I mentioned, smack dab right in the middle there is going to be that $10 mark. NIO is up 5.83%. It is relatively heavily shorted at the same time. So I'll give you guys a quick overview of that. Currently 12.92% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 172.54 million shares. And the reason why they are up, there's been no actual news from the company itself, but on a larger standpoint, so even though there's not news or data coming out from the States, in China, there is. And so essentially you did have retail sales, like amazing. You had also unemployment rate lower than anticipated, GDP higher than anticipated. So honestly, this is kind of the best case scenario for China. And so as a byproduct, you're seeing Chinese stocks really rallying. So that's going to really help. Of course, you're going to have a lot of manipulation at the same time. That's usually follows NIO hand in hand. But right now with it at $5.46, it is trading right above this S3. So definitely need to watch for that to be that pivot point and for it to stay above that. But flip side, the next strong resistance is going to be $5.80. So that is if it's able to kind of really recover. I don't anticipate this S2 to be touched, but NIO has surprised me in the past and has broken higher and significantly higher in one day. So we'll just have to wait and see. Aside from that, CVS is getting dragged down because of the abrupt change of CEO. So of course that's never a good sign, and with their earnings coming out on November the 6th, pre-market, kind of shows that that is going to be not good. And even leading into that earnings, analysts over the last 90 days have done 0 positive, 20 negative revisions. So yeah, I think people already had low expectations, but now this is a very big like what the so something just to keep in mind. It's not that heavily shorted to waste your time with that, but 57.84 where it's at right now. It is trading between this S1 and the pivot, so $60.43 will be that next strong resistance / target. I don't see that being touched today whatsoever. 57.07 is going to be the strong support. And just to give you guys a quick overview, it looks like in the pre-market it did have a low of 55. So just put it in perspective on how low it could potentially go during the trading day. Moving on, Alibaba, it is up because of the same reasons as NIO. So good data coming out in China, so up 3.31% right now. Not heavily shorted, so I'm not going to waste your time with that. But right now with it at 103 and change, it is right below this S2. So 103.64 will be that strong pivot for Alibaba. Most likely I could see it being above that and trading between this S2 and this S1 throughout the day. I can't see 106 being touched most likely, so it'll probably just flirt with this S2. Probably a nice big spike up though, but aside from that, 98 and then smack dab right in the middle, 100. That's more of a psychological support. Those will be support levels below this S2. So something to kind of keep in mind. This stock, NUZE, if I'm saying that right, it did go up significantly yesterday because of this news. So it looks like more global expansion, but there's no news. So today is just profit taking. And you know what? Honestly, that's nothing wrong with that. That happens time to time, especially any stock running up like 500% is pretty much guaranteed that there's going to be profit taking. So yeah, I think it's anticipated, and it's gone up so much there's no point even looking at the fib levels, because yeah, it's above everything. So yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. What stocks are you guys watching today? And if so, if there's any that come to mind, drop the tickers in the description below. Two things: take advantage of this promo. It does give you now 8 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Free is amazing. That's the best deal. It is only up until November the 30th. So they're giving you 3 extra ones above the normal promo. But aside from that, I did also launch memberships for this channel. So if you're just looking for buy signals on stocks and options, I have a tier for that. If you just want to support the channel, I also have a tier for that as well. So I highly recommend you guys taking a look at memberships. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you guys watching.